All right. Welcome back to That's What's Up. That's
Pops.
what's up.
Meeting is being recorded. Got it.
Yeah, I got it. That's what's up. So this is me and Jimbo shooting the shit. Um, because that's what's
Welcome.
up. Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah.
Enjoy.
What's up, Jimbo? How's your life been?
It's busy. It's hectic. Steady.
But we're
Um.
but we're breathing, right?
Yeah. As I'm saying, that was going to be my second part of that. Is that there are people that really have fucking problems, man, issues. They have shit going on, and I'm fortunate enough to say that I'm okay. Um. In my part, I got a lot of pollen outside I need to take care of.
Oh god, the pollen has been fucking ridiculous, dude.
Bad, man. I've actually been carrying it in. Like I've been trying to get my grass to green up and grow better. So I've been watering every night.
You got fescue or Bermuda?
Tall fescue, well, whatever the blend of fescue that we get down here in the south. It
Yeah.
dies, and fucking you have to reseed, aerate, and do all that crap every single year, twice a year.
Dude.
So
My Bermuda has woken up. Like,
sometimes I wish I had that. Sometimes I wish I had rye, man. Sometimes I wish I had something. So the fescue doesn't self reproduce, if
right.
you will.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You have to overseed every year. You get that good fucking weedy hot grass that turns brown in the winter. I don't care. It's fine. Whatever. But it's
That's mine.
very resistant to weeds. You don't get a lot of weeds with those very thick grasses. Fescue's just a problem, man, because by the time July rolls around, it's already burnt up. Shit. You have like the best yard on the street for, which I used to before I had a kid, but you'd have the best yard on the street as soon as it started, growing in March, once you got your weed and feed and all your treatments down. So through March, April, May, and June, early June, you were golden, unless it didn't rain in May.
Right.
Then instead of June, middle of June rolls around, it's 105 degrees outside. There's no rain. You're not having to mow again until late August, man. Only thing you're going to do.
I was gonna say, like, we with our grass, I mean, I haven't had a cut in I don't know how many months it's been, because with me with the Bermuda, it's just dormant, complete dormant.
Yeah.
And no weeds, nothing. And because that's just it's Bermuda. I mean, that's how it rolls. So but now it's coming back, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
Well, I mean, it's gonna come back. The thing about that grass, though, is the fact that it doesn't grow straight up.
No, it grows out
everywhere. It grows out. Yeah. It grows everywhere. And it's thick. That's why it's so weedy.
Thick as fuck, dude.
So I mean, there's parts of me, like one of my best friends literally dug his whole yard up, and that's what he put down. He sodded it with that, sodded it with the fucking like.
Yeah, and I think that's what my father-in-law did when he
or some shit.
Yeah, literally, like when our grass, when we cut our grass, it looks like a fucking golf course.
You can cut that shit as low as you want to.
Exactly.
You can't cut tall fescue low like that.
I'm out there fucking practicing my putts like I'm damn Augusta, dude. It's like glass.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. Next house, I'm not going to do the same thing I did here. I'm going to do something different. But that's the thing. Is like these guys riding around these True Green trucks and these lawn services, they don't want you growing that stuff. They want you growing this shit that I have. Because they're not treating Bermuda grass. You're not putting fucking, Scott's turf builder down on that. You're not doing it. Doesn't happen. Doesn't matter. You're not putting down 40 pounds of, 50 pounds of grass seed every
right.
October.
I mean, and they do
it because you don't know how hot October is going to be.
I was going to say, like, they do aerate, but they do like a liquid aeration, liquid aeration. And then we do have some issues with nut sedge, which is kind of like nutgrass, fescue. But whatever they do doesn't really work. So my brother-in-law has Bermuda in his backyard, and he was dealing with the same shit. So like we went halvesies on this stuff called Sedgehammer. I'm like, coolest name ever. Sedgehammer. Yeah. It was just like a packet of stuff, and then you just mix it up with a certain amount of water, and then just spray it, and it did well. I mean, it carried me through the year, so I'm gonna get it again this year. It worked. But and I think it's okay with my dog now. Like if he's around it, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Look it up online, because there's a product that I get, or I've had. I bought the contractor bottle, not bottle. It's not. It wouldn't be a bottle. It'd be a fucking jug. I bought the contractor grade jug for ground clearing, and it's completely compostable, if that's the right word to use for this, because what it does after it goes in and destroys every vegetation thing that it does, once the chemicals start to break down, it becomes completely organic. So I don't know just how everything interacts. Like something could have been perhaps poisonous or toxic, but once it interacts with oxygen, carbon, or whatever molecules do this or do that, then it's fine. Because I was like, man, I got a well back there. Maybe this isn't safe for the groundwater.
Are you on well water?
Damn, yeah.
Wow.
Had to replace it right during the middle of COVID. Went out one night and came home and no water. Went and did all the breakers and everything. I'm like, damn, what the shit? Well doctor, whoever the well doctor was.
Y'all on a septic tank too?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's taken care of. That we treat that every month. So we're not worries with that. I got a brand new well though. It's 2 years old. Well, not quite 2, but close. But dude, like if I would have had to replace that now after the fact of everything, like everybody going, we can just jack it up because we can just jack it up.
Yeah, because what else are you gonna do? I mean,
it would have been a tough pill to swallow. I mean, that only cost me $4,000.
God damn, dude. What?
Yeah, new motor, new pipes, $4,000. But if I if I done it today, I bet it would have cost me $10,000, maybe 12. I guarantee it.
Yeah, because nobody has fucking hardware or anything right now. I mean, everything's like
not even. I think it's all fucking bullshit, man. I mean, I know that some of it's not.
Or are they saying that?
It's about a 50-50. It's about a 50-50. Some of the things that we need, yes, aren't there. But some of the things that we don't need probably are there. Some of the guys are like, why would you? I mean, and at the same time, why would you not? I don't understand why chicken wings cost $18 for a fucking 12 pack. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, what? Okay.
Chicken wing.
That's another thing to talk about.
I know gas is crazy. I get it. Gas is crazy.
I get it. Gas is crazy. But why the fuck did chicken wing prices go up?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it's a trickle down effect, right? From the top. But like of all things, like that was chicken wings.
Or it's the first one as far as what you would find back there in the fresh meat was chicken wings. It was the first one that went up. Ground beef sort of gone up a little bit now. It's about probably
fucking. You know what else went up like crazy? You know what else went up? Fucking crab legs.
Yeah. Hey, I'm right here, bro. I know. I'm right here.
Motherfucker. I used to get crab legs like every couple weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Friday night, we're gonna do crab legs. We would send pictures every 2 weeks. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
You know what I'm doing, baby. Crab legs.
You don't do a place yet. Come on, it's fucking Friday night. You know what I did last Friday?
I'm like, motherfucker, this is a Vic special for
Yeah.
$7.99. And now I
I
go in, they're like,
got
they're like,
$7.99 down in this, and I got a Pulse kielbasa for $3.99. You know
yeah,
what I'm doing? And you could get 3 years of corn if you were willing to go that route for 99 cents. Now a fucking 4-pack of pre-shucked corn, which this only way that they seem to be doing it now is $4 or $5. And I haven't bought it since. I have not bought corn since then.
yeah.
I used to love getting fresh, what I thought was fresh corn. You'd pull that thing back, and that motherfucker would have kernels that would be. I know you can't see my fingers, but
I know what you're saying.
kernels the size of like what you were used to, and then it'd have this big old fucking like, what in the hell is this what is it? What is it called? HMO, human modified
Or GMO.
GMO, yeah, genetically modified organism kind of shit. GMO, HMO, that's healthcare. But yeah, the GM, and it probably probably run by the same person. But the GMO, you'd have those ones that were the kernels looked like a remote control, where they were all even, they were all ran the same way, it was all perfect. Like, well, that's concentric, that looks beautiful. And then you'd open up the ones that like, dude, no way, not touching, not eating that. That looks like some shit that's been fucking tampered with. That's like growing into each other, and those motherfuckers are the size of June bugs. Not touching that. No way.
I mean, I miss like the fucking sweet corn we would get from
Silver
my
Queen
grandparents' farm, and like just like good ass corn.
Silver Queen.
So, yeah, I mean, because if
anybody grow that anymore?
I don't know. I mean, we used to get like fucking, it was like purple corn, red corn, like all these other stuff. And like, so that's why, like, honestly, when I go into a grocery store and if I see corn and if I want corn, obviously it's easy to just buy the shrink wrapped 4-pack, half shucked, right? I mean, not mad at it. But if I see,
not in love with it,
absolutely not. But if I see the corn sitting in one of those bins that I can shuck myself, I will stand there and shuck it. And I will find exactly what I want.
Same as me. That's what I'm talking about. That's when I pull back the husk.
Yeah. If I pull that husk back and I don't like it, fuck you. I'm throwing it the other way.
And I'll go through 3 or 4. It might take me 3 or 4, to look at and see, okay, this isn't the stuff I want. Because they'll intermix it. They even have like this white and yellow mix thing that's kind of okay. It's kind of okay because the kernels are small, and I find that's where you're going to get the best corn is when you get the small kernels, the small sweet kernels. But the stuff that you grew up on, the stuff that you're talking about your grandparents' house, the stuff that we used to grow on our farm was called Silver Queen, and you could literally, and I don't know what happened to that because it was the best thing in the world. You could literally sit there and like, what do you eat for dinner tonight? I'm going to eat 12 ears of Silver Queen corn. That's it. I don't need butter. I don't need anything. Just pull it out of that pot and give me those 2 little weird things to shove in the side of it.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds delicious.
Awesome. And the thing was, it wasn't white. It wasn't yellow. It was almost opaque. I mean, it was yellowish, but it had this tinge to it. Like the outside of it was, I don't want to say silver because that sounds so generic, but it really was almost like whitish, pewter kind of color, but it was the best thing in the world. It was the best corn in the world. It was a very small grain, very small kernel, ran all the way to the edge. And I mean, every ear that we ever pulled had a worm in it. You just knocked that off.
Yeah.
You just knocked that off.
Yeah.
Let him
go.
go.
I still remember the first time that I had an ear of corn that had a worm on it. I was like, what is this? Okay, that's fine.
It's a silkworm. You let him go.
Yeah,
let him go. He's doing his thing. Why would he not want that? I want this. He wants that too. Because he knows what tastes good.
When you were growing up, eating corn like that, like, did y'all normally just like eat it right off the cob, or did you? I mean, there's so many things we do with corn, but like, do you remember a specific thing?
No, we put it in a pot of water, man, and boiled it, and that's it. We ate it right off the cob.
Did you
butter and salt and pepper? There was no such thing as what we have done. You'd have the butter. That if you wanted to rub it on it, you did. So where I'm from, there was not a lot of different options. you had that little piece of yellow corn you got in that bowl at school. You know, that thing was dried out, gross, but you ate it because it was the only thing available. And then you got, what was that? The farmer's market, which was pretty good. And then, you know, if you were lucky enough or you were able to have the land area to grow your own, then that's what you grew. And so from the time I was probably 6 to the time I was probably 11 or 12, 13, man, we had a garden. So we grew green beans, which I hated picking. I hated picking those, man.
Did y'all have a big garden?
Well, we lived on like 200 acres.
Fuck yeah.
So the farm was the hobby. It was just that's where we lived. We were fortunate enough to have that that area, that space. And so yeah, my dad would want to put out a garden, corn and green beans and okra and bell peppers and tomatoes, you know, all of those little staples that you see, squash, watermelon, cantaloupe. And honestly, I took it for granted. I think all of us did. You know, we didn't realize that you know, we could have been canning that stuff. We could have been really sustaining off of that stuff. It was more or less just hobby for him. But we had to go pick it. We had to go clean it up. And the thing that we liked the most, the thing that I loved the most was that fucking corn, man. That fucking Silver Creek corn is fantastic. I don't know what happened to that. I mean, we're talking about a family of five people.
They 200 acres.
Yeah, I mean, he bought this piece of property, man, when he was a young man, and back then nothing cost anything, especially in the rural areas. You could get, you know, nowadays where there's 2 acres up the street from here that are $1 million. Dude, that an acre was $1,000, $500. Yeah. Nobody wanted it, so you go buy 200 acre property for $100,000. Could you imagine that? $200,000 to buy 200 acres? Nobody cares.
Jesus.
Yeah, you put your house on it. You know, you build $1 million house for $200,000. And this is not that long ago. This is only 30 years ago, 35 years ago. But you got to think about where you are. You're in the middle of.
Yeah, and where was that at? Like specifically?
Mount Pleasant. You know. So you did all that. I mean, it might have been a little more expensive than that, but it was not much. It wasn't much. So no, we had little gardens, and they weren't little. They weren't little at all. Hell, the fucking garden was probably as big as my whole property here, my whole acre. So,
well, I mean, yeah, you gotta have, if you're doing corn, like you said, and okra and shit, like you really do need a good amount of space to get the yield that you would want, right?
Dude, you can grow enough food for you and Marissa on 2 raised beds in the backyard.
I know, but with okra, say okra. What?
Okra produces like crazy. You can cut okra every day.
Oh, well, I guess I fucked up, because the okra I was growing years ago, like, it didn't give me much at all. And I'd cut it and I'd have to wait.
No, okra can grow like crazy. Okra produces like crazy. It just, you know, but also at the same time, the seeds are not the same as they were then. They're changed to some extent. You know, you go down, if you're buying your seeds at Harris Teeter or Walmart, you're probably not getting the best stuff. If you're going to your local hardware store like Monroe Hardware, if you're going to Black Hog, you know, they're rotating their shit. They're doing their due diligence as far as that goes. Walmart's probably putting that stuff back in the back and then pulling it back out next season. So you're going to get some sort of. So you're going to get some. You know, so you're going to get some issues with that. But okra produces, man.
So when sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't have. I mean, there's one last thing I was going to say was that there's a guy on YouTube, which I think is awesome watching. I like watching these young dudes with these big fucking properties trying to figure out where the hell they got all that money to do this stuff. But I think it's amazing that they do. But there's one dude that he shows like how to grow produce from store-bought.
What's his
produce.
name? Do you know his
I,
name?
I can't remember. I know you've seen him, young dude, and he's got pomegranates, pears, avocado. He's got stuff that takes 2 or 3 years to even get to close to where it's going to, create fruit. I think that's a great tool. YouTube is a great avenue. If you really want to learn how to do something, then it's all right there for you it's at your fingertips. They should have a university. They should have a YouTube university.
Well,
where people come in and like, this is our
yeah.
class and learn this. I think it's much more beneficial than a lot of things that people have to go through to become good at what they do.
There's a lot of things that should have been taught to us when we were younger, but now they have YouTube. How about financial things?
With you and I tell this to people all the time. I don't understand, with the kids that we have growing up, and not just the kids we have today, with me, my generation. You taught me how to do economics. You taught me how to do international economics, like political economics, but you didn't teach me how to turn on my cable, how to get a cell phone, how to get a credit card,
right.
How to save,
exactly,
buying a home, things like that, things that I needed to know. Putting back, you can take 50 and use that, but you need to put 50 back on every paycheck, things like that to get me set up for retirement. Nobody ever taught me that. Nobody ever showed me that.
And we have to just figure that shit out on our own. It's like,
okay. You live your whole life off of 50% of what you bring in, and the other 50% you don't even touch it.
Well,
I know that's a stretch for a lot of people, because that'd be impossible.
Absolutely.
Do this from what? But that's where you should strive to be.
Yeah.
To where you should be.
Well, then, like there was someone that I had talked to before, an older guy, and he was like, obviously, you have a job, your wife has a job, but he's like, live your life and prepare in case. He's like, basically, can you pay your mortgage if your spouse loses their job? Right. So, like, as of right now, both my wife and I work and everything's fine. But he's like, think about it seriously. If something happens to one of you with your job, can you guys survive just being able to pay even just your mortgage?
Yeah, I'm saying on top of that, right there, you got groceries, you got electricity.
Exactly. And then that's what I'm saying, like, just your fucking mortgage. Can you do that? So, what's this fucking guy's name? This gardener. What's this gardener's name? You don't know his name?
Is it the same talking about?
I don't know. I'm looking at. I looked up. Literally looked up gardening guy.
He's more of a propagation guy. That's what he does. Propagation guy.
Okay.
Crazy plant guy propagation. Let's see here.
Okay. Yeah. Crazy.
That's what this guy's name is.
Guy.
This isn't the same guy I'm speaking about though. But this guy's also great. There's so much money in plants and the naked gardener. Where did that come from? Whoa, look at this chick walking around butt ass. Well, she's got jeans on, no top on. Where did that come from, dude? She's got her
Jimbo's looking at fucking horticulture porn.
Look, I can't wait. You won't be able to see it from here, but I will see.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's not. You need to see it.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen right now.
You can see my phone screen?
No. Just looking at you. I'm looking at you on the screen.
I'm like, yeah, she's walking around topless. All right, plant propagation.
She got her boobs out?
Yeah.
And you're seeing it?
No, you can't see them. You can't see them.
Okay.
I didn't stick around that long. Mike Kincaid.
Jimbo's watching that green thumb porn.
Favorite style.
What's your favorite Pornhub search? Green thumb porn.
Is Mike Kincaid the guy you're talking about? It's got to be. I'll send this to you. See if this looks like right. This is the guy I'm thinking about right here because he's got. I think this is the guy. But not to say that there's a ton of money in plants, because that's not what I really meant. I just meant the fact that there's so many people that do the same thing every single year. Whenever they go to the farmer's market, and they go get seeds and they go buy this stuff over and over and over and over again, when all they have to really do is just take the stuff that they bought the year before, preserve it, and then they go right back into the ground with it. They're growing what inevitably into shit, I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. Heirloom vegetables. You know, after a certain amount of time, those vegetables start to grow into, they start to take on the qualities of what the dirt is, the air, the flavors of that particular. It's not just some generic seed. It's now a real fruit. It's a real thing. You may get an okra from the store. You're like, doesn't taste like much. But then as you continue to whatever, cultivate it, then it's gonna pick up a lot of different things. That's what makes food so great. That's why they call this, even those heirloom tomatoes they sell at the grocery store, don't taste like anything. They're terrible. Drives me crazy. You pay for a tomato that's $7 a pound, and you get it home, you cut it up, thinking you're gonna get this wonderful tomato.
I mean, I told you about. You said purple. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. I told you about how. Well, I think I told you this story. Like when I was growing tomatoes in my garden, just as an experiment, I bought 2 tomatoes from Harris Teeter and put them on the counter. And my tomatoes were pretty much rotten and unedible within 2 days. And those tomatoes I got from the grocery store were there for 2 weeks, and they looked the same exact. Yeah. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah. How long do you think that stuff sits there? I got an apple. I got an apple in the basket in there. Granted, I know the apple's covered in food safe wax.
Yeah.
I know the apple.
You can see my screen now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But that apple's been in there for 6 months.
That's gross.
No, we're not going to eat it. We're just seeing how long it can go.
Can you hear this?
No, I cannot. But I don't need to. I know what he's saying. He's going to take that stem right there. He's going to grow a new plant out of it. It's a clone. It's called propagation. And I learn about this all the time. I learn about this. I've been trying to, I have a blueberry bush, not unlike that one in my backyard. Had I known what he was doing here from the very beginning, I'd have 30 blueberry bushes at this point in my life. Now, where would I have the space to put them? I don't know. But for amateur gardeners, for beginners, this is the route to take. You grow that. Look, he's going to take that in 2 years. He's going to turn that into 100 plants. And he's going to have 100 plants without having to buy 100 plants. He's going to buy one and turn it into 100 plants. And I was actually reading up on my orchids, my Phalaenopsis orchids that I've been, trying to cultivate and take care of and baby. And they don't need all that. They don't need any of that. When you cut the stem off after the blooms die, there's nodes on it. Nobody ever told me this. There's nodes on it, no little nodules where the new growth is. Bam, 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 bam. Cut those, put them in a substrate for them to grow in, little water. You got 2 or 3 new plants right there. And the other one's still going to grow too. His sister does this right here. She doesn't do, like fruiting trees or anything like that. She does house plants, snake plants, and little garden things, little varietals that people love. There's a term for those too. It's something.
Succulents?
Succulents. Yeah, I was going to say sweeties, but it's called succulents. Sweeties, succulents, whatever. Yeah, she just cuts those up, propagates them, puts them in a jar, turns around, sells them for $10. Only does it once a year. Gives them enough time to grow. Probably makes the money doesn't matter. It's not the monetary thing that I care about. I'm not interested in doing it for a business unless you could really do it to take off. But I think I think that there's a lot of waste there for just the general public because they don't know any better. Because you could be growing, you could literally take one of your cucumbers that you had in your garden and you could grow another 1,000 because it's got 1,000 seeds in it.
You could just keep using it. It's self-sustaining. Yeah.
Bring it into your greenhouse. Bada bing.
Bada boom, baby.
Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying, kid?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, kid? You know what I'm saying, kid?
Okay.
There's ways of figuring it out. I don't know that a cucumber is the best example of doing such because I don't, those seeds. I don't know, but there's a way that the farmers are doing it, so they have to be doing something.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, the fucking cucumbers, dude. Oh my god.
Do what?
Cucumbers. You need to dedicate a lot of space to those motherfuckers because they got those.
Yeah, they're fine. But every time you cut a viney bush plant, what happens is it sprouts two heads, and so you can sort of confine it. I almost feel like cucumbers, man, should be grown inside of like little chicken wire circles where they can grow up, like some people do tomatoes,
Well, yeah, because I mean, that is what is that called? What is it called? A trellis? Trellis?
It's just called you can call it a trellis, but yeah, it's called
like when you have something that trains them to go up.
Yeah,
it's just in your garden.
It's just something for them to grow on. Because zucchini, squash, cucumbers. Obviously you can't put a watermelon on one of those. I don't think it would hold. But even though the watermelon vine's pretty strong, but they sit on the ground, and so when it rains, they rot. And they rot pretty quickly.
Yeah. And especially when you're doing it like at home and you don't have any fucking chemicals and shit in it, like they're gonna rot real fast.
Yeah. It's just organic. That's an interesting thing to look up, man. I've got all of my gardening books over there, but I've never really looked at how to hold seeds over a period of a season heading into the next season. I know that they do it.
Can you freeze them?
I don't know if it's freezing or if you dry. How do you draw? You would think that something would dry out, would die. It would die. But and apparently in this situation, they don't. They're. Do you just keep them? I don't know. Every seed all dry was dried out. So that's an interesting thing for me to research.
I think we should start a big ass garden and a farmer's market.
It's all I've ever wanted to do. I told you I want to have my venue for doing my banquets and my parties and my weddings. And then I want to have my English garden with all of my fruiting trees and bushes and strawberries and blueberries and all of this wonderful things that, that's all manicured. And, with where you got married, those guys really had an opportunity to put together something really, really nice. And it's really nice. It was really, really nice. I like the walkways.
Yeah, they turned it into like a strawberry farm, but then his daughters had convinced him to turn into a wedding venue.
It could have been both.
Yeah.
You could do both. You could get away with both. You have that facility down there, which was only concrete and a roof with
it was an old tennis court that they turned into.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
With vinyl drapes on the sides to keep it dry and stuff. It was raining and shit. It was great. Private property. But then, if you have the strawberries or you have the blueberries, because like we just saw, that dude's he's gonna get a blueberry bush if you buy it in Lowe's is probably $40, man. Something that's
really
mature enough. Yeah. You're going to get one in a pot. It's going to be about this big. Sorry, you can't see it. It's going to be about this big. So it's going to be, it's going to go in the ground. and it's going to mature quickly. They grow quickly. I mean, mine's huge. Mine's huge. I put it in the ground 5 years ago. It's fucking huge, dude.
I didn't fucking realize they were that expensive.
It'll put off. What do they call them? Clamshell containers. I bet that thing would put off not 100, but damn, it might put off 100. And everybody's surprised because like, look, you have to have a male and a female to get blueberries. I'm like, well, somebody must have a male or a female around here, or whatever. But I know that the bees are doing their job. My rose bushes out back, dude. You would not believe the stuff that I put in the ground back there. I know it's not the dirt because it's just that damn red clay. It's just the red clay.
It's a fucking Carolina clay, baby.
Dude, my rose bushes back there are huge. I lost one. One died. I think the aphids or something got it. It was a pretty rose. It was the most expensive one I got. I got it from a place in town that starts with a P. I'm not gonna name drop too much, but pretty much everything I got there died. Everything I got.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I got from the L place and the HD place has been fine. So,
but that P done gave you some shit.
Not real happy with the P place, man.
Yeah, fuck them.
Dude, I spent a bunch of money in there too. They gave me. They gave me. They have a rewards card. I don't know what the fuck it's for. Probably nothing. I got two.
Just to get your fucking information.
Yeah, I got two bags of ladybugs for free. That was what I got. That was my rewards card sign up. Ladybugs.
Let me let's see here. Just checking the time.
2:10.
2:10. Let me get a beer real quick. Are you cool with that?
Of course I am. I need to use the bathroom anyway. I don't keep that off the record, but I need to. Yeah, I need to piss.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go get I got one more Belgian in the fridge that's delicious.
A white, or is that you don't have a raspberry or blood orange?
No, so
That's just straight sugar.
Well, I was drinking Sugar Creek Pale Ale.
Yeah, it's just a straight Sugar Creek. Yeah.
But I have one of those. I think it's called Leffe, Leffe, the Belgian. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like Lafay.
Is it Leffe?
I would imagine
That doesn't sound very Belgian.
Lafay. I mean, that's like France, and
Yeah, that's true.
Right next door.
Touche, sir. Touche.
Hey, touche. I mean,
touches.
Let's look. I'll be back in 45 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Who's that animal back there, Jim?
Lafay.
You said it's Leffe?
Leffe.
Leffe.
Exactly how they say it too.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's an Abiel. It's Belgian. Leffe. It's dank though. I mean, this is one of my favorite blondes I've had other than Sugar Creek's White Ale. It's good. It's
Who
a great,
makes it?
it's a great beer.
Who is it?
Huh? Have you
Oh,
ever
it's
had?
made. Leffe. Oh, that's the brew. This the name of the brewery?
Um, yeah, it looks like it's been around since 1240.
Leffe.
Leffe. Yeah. Brewed by,
Leffe.
you know what sucks?
With socks.
Click.
It's
Brewed by
it's
Andrew.
in, InBev.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's a good beer though. I like them because they're like cute little bottles because they're only 11.2 ounces. So they're not even a full 12 ounce, but I have it in this nice glass and it's delicious.
See, the one that I used to get was Bitterkirk. But I don't even know if they've been over here anymore.
I don't think I've seen that. God, yeah, this beer is so good. It really is good. I mean, like I said, I'm a sucker for Belgian beers. I love Belgian beers.
Bitterkirk is a Belgian beer too. You remember this one? You recognize this? Can you? I don't even know if you can see it. I don't know how to put it up there on the screen.
Yeah, can't see it.
I'll send it to you. But I used to drink that one on the regular.
Kirk.
I hadn't seen it in a while. I'd buy it if I could find it, but I haven't been able to find it.
Is that Belgian or is that German?
Belgian. Or Belgian style. Now I don't know if it could be German. The Brabander Brewery.
Yeah, the Brabander. Yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, it's Belgian. It's .be. Are you 18 or older? Well, I guess you have to be 18 in Belgium to drink. So.
It's in Belgium.
Oh, it's a wit beer?
It's great, man. But it's like not like it's great. Yeah, it's so good. Cute little bottle like that Leffe is in.
Leffe.
Leffe.
God, I'd love to try this beer. Sounds good.
It might be a Total Wine. I don't know. I hadn't seen it in years. I used to get it here.
It's a wheat beer too. I love wheat beers.
It was a good starting off point for me whenever I was trying to find something besides the
Kirschgoza?
No, not the Kirschgoza. I still miss that. I wish they'd made that.
Yeah.
It was
every day.
Yeah, it was something for me, after trying to get off of Bud Light and Budweiser and shit like that. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
I really did. But because all that stuff wasn't around. But
I can't remember. Did I tell you that I found the Sugar Creek? I just literally said Sugar Creek.
That's how they pronounce it with the W up here. That's how that. Now I've come to surmise. Now I don't want to get it too off subject. We got to touch on this. Tell your story and then we'll go back. Just don't forget the W. I need to pin and write this down.
Yeah, no, I'll just finish this real quick. But the Sugar Creek High C sour.
Haven't had it.
It's in stores now.
Is it high gravity?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
Give me one because I finally got it. I had it in store. I had it in the brewery, and then I got a crowler, and then I was messaging the GM and he was like, yeah, it's going to be in stores like in March, but I never saw it. Finally found it the other day. It was in the Arboretum.
Arboretum.
Yeah, let me just show you the can. Fucking sick. Hold on. Look at this shit. The high Creek. So it's like high C. It's so cool.
How's it taste?
Like a sour high C.
Yeah, but I mean, that looks like a fruit punch. I see.
Yeah, it's literally a
Fruit punch.
fruit punch sour.
Fruit punch sour ale. What's the ABV?
Yeah.
6.2?
6.
6.
Yeah. Dude, it's so fucking good.
I haven't seen it. I have to keep my eyes out on it.
I literally just found in the Arboretum yesterday. So they're coming out.
Did you ever come across that very berry monkey? Did you ever see that one from Free? I know I sent you a picture of it, but it was like 11 and a half. I'm like, man,
Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't fucking buy that shit.
Well, I wouldn't buy it because it was too high, and it was too high.
Yeah. About that shit. That's a cool ass fucking can, dude. All right, let me put it back. Let me put it back.
I'll look for that tomorrow at my teeter over here in Mint Hill. I mean, they've gotten a lot better about their beer selection. The Publix across the street hasn't really done much in the way of carrying beer. They'll do some dry pack on some things, but not as good as the as Teeter. Teeter's got 2 aisles though, man. They got 2 aisles on both sides that are refrigerated. They got a whole 2 aisles dedicated to beer, whereas Publix only has like 2/3 of an aisle dedicated to cold beer. So,
Jimbo, I wasn't here. Were you talking to yourself?
Well, you didn't have your headphones on a while ago. I thought you could hear me.
I had to go put that beer back.
Well, you didn't have your headphones on when you had the beer in your hand, did you? Maybe you did.
No, I did. I put them on for a second.
Oh, okay.
But these are wired. So these are like my monitors.
I thought that they were, but I didn't realize that. I got you. No, what I was saying was that I'll look for that tomorrow whenever I go down to my teeter in Mint Hill. And I've got on a little small sub tangent of the fact that I got to give Teeter credit because they have kept their ear to the ground as far as like keeping the beers in stock and running where Publix across the street only has like a 2/3 aisle of cold beer, and they got a little section of about the other third of that aisle dry stock, whereas Teeter's got a fucking aisle this side and that side cold beer all the way down, up and down.
Well,
they've been good about it. They've been good about keeping up with the Joneses as far as the beer goes, except for South Park. Marcroft is not as good, even though they got the bigger aisle with a lot more shit. They don't have the same selection.
I don't understand how that works. I mean, I guess it's obviously just like distributors and shit and who can get the shelf space and who can get their beers in there. But like my Harris Teeter and Colony, they don't have shit. I mean, they have decent beers, but like if a new beer comes out, it's not going to be there. Mm-hmm. But like I go to the Arboretum.
Arbo's got up and down both sides.
Yep.
Well, not all the way up and down both sides. Up and down one side, halfway up this side.
Yep.
And goes the wine, and then they've even got a end cap with new stuff.
Yep, exactly. And so I knew that I would finally find that new Sugar Creek beer in the Arbo. I'm like, it's not going to be a fucking Colony. There's nothing there. So
Parker Shopping Center, nothing there.
Go to fucking Ballantine, dude. Oh my God, they have everything.
Well, because they got a bar in there.
I know. People are in there getting fucking shit faced.
Harrisburg, same way. Harrisburg, same way.
Yeah.
Harrisburg, they actually do specials at Harrisburg on like Thursday nights. They got specials like fucking craft brews, pints. I don't know what the price is. $3, $4, $5, something like that. It's fucking.
Yeah. But that's awesome. Like,
Yeah. It's wonderful.
I've been in Ballantyne, like someone's in the fucking ice cream aisle just drinking a pint. I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up.
Where'd you get that beer, bitch?
Fucking aisle 4, bitch. Go get it.
Yeah, bitch. Hey, honey, I ran into traffic over here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I think you can get fucking food there too.
Wow.
I think you can order food there, like
Dude,
like slice of pie.
Dude, I know that. So we, one of the newer, I'm sure you know where it is. It's on South Boulevard, right past Remount. There's like a newer rebranded Harris Teeter where like the name's in like red, like it's a whole new thing they're doing. It's right by the Chick-fil-A, like right before the Chick-fil-A.
I've driven past it.
Yeah.
All right. So because Publix moved in first there.
Yeah. Yep. And then Harris Teeter was like, "Fuck you,
fuck you, bitch." Yeah, and then did the same thing. Like a couple of years later, I was like, "Bold move, HD."
Yeah.
Bold move,
But
bold
no,
move.
we would like for lunch, some of us would leave the office, and because I was like maybe 5 minutes away from our office, maybe 10 minutes. And they had that, like, they don't just have a hot bar, they have a hot bar, an Asian bar, a salad bar, like so much food and a full bar.
Yeah.
Like, what? And so we would just grab a table and sit over there and eat lunch. But I'm like, they had everything. Like, what the fuck is this?
It's convenience, is what it is, and I think it's genius. I think it's
fucking
genius.
hell yeah, it's genius. Absolutely.
Should have been going on a long time ago. In all honesty.
Well, yeah, I just thought it was so funny the first time I saw somebody walking in the grocery store. You know, they have those little circles on the cart, and someone just had a pint.
Starbucks, that's for your Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where those came from. I mean, they came from that. They didn't come from. They came from whoever started putting, you know, the coffee in the front. They didn't come from. Maybe somebody had thirst busters. Maybe somebody had that. They don't fit 16-ounce fucking bottles.
No,
they'll fall right through there.
Yeah, I mean,
so whoever started manufacturing those, they started having the inclination of knowing that something there was a direction going, and there's going to be a lot of different changes in the grocery store. And I think that man, you're eventually going to see pockets in grocery stores where there's going to be restaurants in there. They're going to be serving the food. They're going to, instead of having the Publix that's doing the display thing where they're cooking the food out there, you know, like try this. Just come in and eat dinner with us. This is what we're doing. This is how we're making it. Here's the recipe. Here's the recipe. Try it out.
Think about the fucking Asian restaurant that's in the Arboretum, Harris Teeter.
Well, yeah, the Chinese place is takeout though.
It's takeout. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, it is.
I've had their lo mein is delicious.
Have you been to the Super G Mart on Independence Boulevard?
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I've never been there. No.
There are 4 restaurants inside of that grocery store.
Because I know Grand Asia out in Stallings, they just have 1 restaurant, maybe 2.
It's not called Grand Asia. It's called Asia something. Is it called Grand Asia?
Yeah, I think it's Grand Asia. Because it's right out there by CPCC. And I used to go there after school and I'd get shit.
So it's across King's Greenhouses. I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, it's off East John or John Street, and then right by the McDonald's.
Well, yeah, the McDonald's on the corner.
Yep.
King, it might be King Asia. It's not King Asia.
No, I think it's Grand Asia.
I don't think it's Grand Asia. I would
look it up. Look it up.
I'm not going to yet, but I will. All right. So at the Super G Mart, which I think is the greatest grocery store ever. There's one here, there's one in Greensboro. And I don't think it's the greatest grocery store ever because they have everything under the sun. but they literally have everything that walks, crawls, grows, swims, breathes or doesn't breathe. Plus every tea that you could ever imagine, every soy sauce, every fish sauce, anything is there.
And all the ramen.
If you haven't been there, it's like, all right, so you go to Hair Cedar and Melissa's Produce has a 4-pack of bok choy that costs you $4.99. $4.99 wrapped up in a nice little piece of aluminum wire, with a PLC code on it, 4067 or whatever. I don't know the actual number. I know it starts with a 4. I all start with 4s. Wrapped up. $4.99 for this baby bok choy. You go to the fucking Super G, you can get a fucking grocery bag full of bok choy, baby bok choy, wrapped
40
up
cents.
Fucking wrapped up in some plastic wrap, 29 cents. Fucking, you won't even be able to finish. How many oranges you want? I don't know, 2. 7 cents. Go ahead, get the fuck out of here. My nerves. You're getting on my fucking nerves. What's the special today? Limes. What are we doing for limes? Let's do 20 limes for $1.
Holy shit.
Let's do 20 limes for $1. Avocado. 10 for 50 cents. 10 50 cents. Let's do 10 50 cents. Crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Like I miss being able to go there because it's just with Maryland, it's not possible for me to get out and do a lot of things that I was able to do prior.
Right.
Not bitching about it, just the way it is. But I'd go get my noodles there, man. I'd go get produce there. I'd go get, this is real produce too. This is not fucking shit this got stickers on. This shit don't have stickers on. It's real shit. I don't know where they get it from. I don't have any idea. It's like, where did y'all get this shit from? This is like goddamn gangster fucking mafia fucking food. Where did y'all get this shit from? Beans from
It's all in the back of a fucking truck, bro.
I mean, like, did y'all steal the motherfucking truck?
Where'd y'all get these fucking Kiwis from, dog?
Did y'all steal this fucking truck on the way to Hair Cedar? Did y'all Uzi this bitch out? That kind of shit. Back that motherfucker up and get on out of here. That's the kind of shit. But like, so crab legs. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know what crab legs cost now. But they used to always have like live blue crabs. Always had.
They had live blue crabs.
Yeah, dancing around in this container.
Fuck
like
yeah.
you were going to a bait shop in the middle of nowhere. You know, like live crickets in a bait shop. Remember that? You don't remember that? You're from the city.
Yeah, I'm a city boy.
And so in the back of the fish market, there are fish swimming around, like big fish, like they're tilapia.
Mm-hmm.
Like live fucking tilapia swimming in a tank, dude. I'll take 2 tilapia live, bam, throw them in a bag.
That's all I was gonna say. It's fucking Grand Asia. Do what?
Live fishing, Grand Asia.
Yeah, and then you would just hear them beat the shit out of them, and then they would give them to the customer. Like, oh god.
Yeah, it's on Stallings Road.
Yeah.
And it's
you get off 45 exit 52 on John Street, you go down maybe a mile, maybe not even a mile. You turn right at the McDonald's, and then it's in its own little shopping center. Grand Asia. It's a fucking awesome place, dude. They have like 3 aisles just of ramen.
Dude, it's called New Asia. I knew it was not called Grand Asia. It's New Asia.
Bullshit. Fuck you. It's not
I know it wasn't called Grand Asia. I was thinking yes, it's called New Asia.
Well, they must have gotten a new fucking name because that's not what they were called.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. The fucking facade out front says Grand Asia, but I've always known it as New Asia.
Right, that is weird. So you can see here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even focus on this. You can't, but so Grand Asia Market grocery store. But then when you zoom in, the facade says New Asia Market.
Well,
okay, so we're both right.
Here's the old facade. Can you see this?
Yeah,
Grand Asia.
that's what I remember. But then there's this new one.
It's the same place.
It is the same place. God, it's so bright. Hold on.
It's
God,
kinda
it's
odd.
so blurry. I need to get a new fucking. I need to get something with this webcam. Yeah, it just says new Asian market, but you can see where they took off the G.
Grand.
Yeah, it's new Asian market now.
They just took off the grand and added the new. But that is way fucking like looking at the floors of that. That's way different than Super G. I'm not knocking the Super G. I love the Super G. You can literally buy, you can buy fucking anything you want to there, including a toilet. You can get dinner. You can buy a fucking toilet there, dude. You can buy a jacuzzi at front. There are 3 or 4 restaurants in there. There's a bakery. You can buy a fucking toilet. You can buy an air conditioning unit there. And I mean, I
If
bought.
you're there, why not?
If you need one, I mean, I bought a lot of stuff there. I bought a lot of I buy generally about every time I go, I buy chopsticks and spoons, and I used to be my go-to for my Vietnamese noodles, but the last time I went, I got so pissed off because they closed at 8. It was during COVID, and I got to give them a reprieve on this. But I was like, guys, it's 7:30. I need to get inside. I just need to buy some noodles. I just made some pho. I want to have my noodles. You're the only place that sells this particular noodle.
So do you use chopsticks for other for other foods other than Asian
Oh.
foods?
Absolutely not. No,
I do.
I don't know why.
I do.
I think that's a.
But no, it's only for particular things. Like if I'm trying to get a peppercini out of a glass jar.
Okay,
I'll
you know
use
what?
chopsticks.
I chopsticked a couple cherries out of a jar the other night. I will tell you,
Yeah. Okay.
straw.
There you go.
with drink straws, but it wasn't with chopsticks.
Okay.
It was with 2 straws. With 2 straws. Yeah. Yes, I did do that.
Yeah, because I have well, like an 8 set of metal chopsticks.
Right.
So like, dude, I'll like if I know I'm gonna be fucking snacking, because I use it for like olives, pepperoncinis, random shit. So I'll use them and keep them out for a little bit because I'm like, I know I'm gonna be back in like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna use them again. But the metal ones, dude, I got them on Amazon like probably 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like an 8 so I guess technically a 4-pack
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
of metals and then a 4-pack of wood. And I've literally never used the wood ones. I always just use the metal. And then when I go to get Chinese food or Japanese or whatever,
You pick up 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah,
You
and just throw them in the drawer. That
Absolutely.
way I have them. Yeah.
Same.
You got to make sure you do your shave off though.
I don't do that.
Even with the wood ones, you have to shave off. You have to. Come on,
You know-
Jimbo.
That is
What?
worked in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know. It's like no, I don't. I've never done it. I don't even know if it's offensive. It probably isn't. I just
No.
feel like the culture is so.
When you break it apart,
sometimes it splinters. I know sometimes it splinters.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm not eating now. I'm not eating after that part of it. I'm not
Yeah.
eating after.
I think it becomes habitual, and just anytime I do it, I just automatically.
I don't know. I've always looked at that and thought, ouch.
I know. Does it seem like just like a American person
Yeah.
that does it? But at the same time, I mean, just trying to make sure there's no splinters.
Splinters. I get it. So the wood ones you have are painted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I have. I have a. That's what I use. I have a 4-pack times 2, 8
Yeah.
of painted that I use.
The metal ones. I will tell you though, I use the metal ones all the time. And every time I use them, I feel like Guy Fieri because he always uses fucking metal chopsticks. I'm like, God, I feel like a fucking asshole.
Do you sharp it up and do this? Do you do that too?
Yeah.
That's money, dude. Oh God. Thank God my
Dude.
kid on here. Fucking
What's
gee.
that? What's that? Louise and the guy's name?
Turn your sunglasses on. Wrong. Do what? What's the guy's name? What?
I was like getting hints of the Louisiana dude.
Oh man, that's my man right there. Stale cracker.
Put that on a cracker, no.
On a cracker, dude. His videos have gotten too long, man. I can't watch him cook. I can't watch him cook. I can only handle him for about 60 seconds, and I love him for 60 seconds. But I can't handle it. I can't. While we wait,
we hydrate.
I can't handle that for 8 minutes, man. I'm like, hey. And I know that he could probably come around and say, dude, I fucking watched your video for an hour. You can handle my 8 minutes. I'm like, dude, I can. I love you. I love your videos. I think they're wonderful. I think he's awesome. I think he genuinely is a really good dude. I'd rather, I guess that's what it is. I guess I'd rather just hang out with him than have to watch him hang out on camera.
Well,
because and I'm not. His shit's funny. It's good.
It is funny, absolutely. But I think he's created this personality, and he's like dug himself way in.
Oh, he's in there.
He is in there. And now he's to the point where he's like, well, fuck, like I have all these followers. He's like, I can't stop now.
Well, I don't want him to run them off with the long videos. I think he needs to stick with what he's doing, what he was doing. Because I'm still following him. I'm not going to not follow him, but it doesn't mean I'm watching. As soon as I see his videos, I'm like, that's a 4.5 minute video. I don't want to watch that. 8-minute video. I don't want to watch that. 17-minute video. I don't want to watch that. I've already seen you do crawfish, man. I've already watched you do that. Those were educational. I enjoyed that. I like that. I've already seen you do the video you're doing. What's the name of his rub again? Put a little bit of that.
The 2-step.
Yeah, 2-step. Put a little bit of that 2-step on it. Yeah, put that 2-step on it. And he's using a whole fucking half of a damn can of 2-step on everything he cooks. It's like, dude, that's not feasible for most of us to use that like that.
Well, that's
he's probably getting $10 a can for that shit. And
well, that's the same fucking. I mean, these people are they're. I think what's happening, honestly, is there's these guys that like start doing these little cooking videos, right? And then they're like, I'm gonna get into the seasoning gang. And then they make these seasonings, and then that's all they care about. Like, because you got the Louisiana guy. I don't even fucking know his name. What is it?
Stale cracker.
Yeah, exactly.
Stale cracker.
Stale cracker. So he's got his 2-step, which is probably just.
We already Tony Satchers,
Yeah.
and then have mixed with Old Bay, mixed with something else. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's probably good, but I looked at the ingredients. I sent you the ingredients. Whatever.
Yeah. But then you have this dude, Dano. Have you seen like the fucking people like the Dano seasoning? And apparently it's like sodium free, but it comes in these, the bit like when you see those tall like garlic powder things. Yeah. So he comes out with these and he's like, just do a little pop, pop, pop. And you see people fucking putting so much seasoning on the food. I'm like, is this where we're at now? I mean, I've seen in multiple channels, like dudes coming out with seasonings and like all these barbecue channels I follow, like wild hog seasoning and all this stuff. I'm like, what?
Okay, so I've seen Dano, and I'm gonna let you continue. I just want to jump in real quick. I've seen Dano, and I've never seen Dano cook a single recipe using one, just using one. He always uses 2, if not 3. So to pad what you're saying, yes.
To expound upon what I was saying.
Pad what you're saying, yes. It's using more seasoning than focus on the food. I watch a dude that can cook, which is the guy that kicks the refrigerator. I think he's good. I think he's good. He's got his rosemary salt. He teaches you how to make it. He's not.
Yeah, and he's got what's his pepper grinders? Like
Sergeant.
Like the wiggly eyes.
Yeah, Sergeant something.
And he says, and he slaps the table.
Yeah, I love you and I'm out.
Yeah,
Sergeant something. Sergeant. Whatever. I watched that guy, and I watched another guy who, like you said, uses the big things, but they're all marked with chemical elements, numbers or symbols, like salt would be Na, and
I don't know. I've seen that.
oh, he's great. He's like a phenomenal cook, like beyond, like I think the guy, a dude that can cook is really good. I think he's a great cook. I really do. I think that the food he puts out, the food he showcases are really accessible, to the GP. And I think he's good at it. The other guy, he makes like he did a whole like thing with soups. I gotta find him. I'll send him to you. But this guy's obviously he's obviously, and not to say that a dude that can cook is not a classically trained chef. I'm sure he is. I think his program is just a little more, without saying dumbed down, it's a little more dumbed down. It's a little more, like it's a little more YouTube friendly than this guy that really gets in there, man. He makes some fucking food. You're just like, whoa, okay.
So
I hear you.
So obviously, I mean, I watch a fucking YouTube, like it's probably like, it's like my main thing that I watch. Like, I mean, when I'm doing work, I have YouTube on, listening to it. If I'm cooking, I just have YouTube on, listening to it. And I'm going to bed, I have YouTube on, just listening to it. But do you, like, would you say you prefer like people cooking or people eating?
Man, that's a tough one. I think I'd prefer,
because it's a huge difference.
I'm trying to find that guy for you right there. I'm going to find him for you. I think that I'd prefer watching people. That's a tough one, man, because I like to see the finished product, but I like to see.
You like to see the finished product, but you also like to see the person eating the finished product, and you don't. It's kind of like a catch-22, right? Like,
you know what? I'm going to go with eating. Not eating. I'm going to go with cooking, because I think the cooking process is something I'm going to learn more from than watching somebody eat something that I never knew what went into it. So, as much as I like to see somebody enjoying something and seeing something that I think looks fantastic, I think it's easier for me to.
Hey, babe, we on for lunch?
I think it's easier for me to answer that with saying that, yeah, I'd much rather see. In this guy that I'm talking about in particular, I know that if anybody's seeing this, they probably are like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't get it off the tip of my tongue. Because I don't
tell me
watch it, but I don't.
Tell me what the videos.
Well, the last videos he did, like through January and February, was like he did soup 30 days in a row, and he was making soups. And the guy that records them, and every one of his containers that he seasons with are. They're I don't know what brand he uses. They're just marked, like they look like chemical element symbols, like salt and garlic powder and onion powder and this and that and the other. He's very, very straightforward. He's very, very cordial. He does fucking fantastic food. He's doing,
What's his name?
That's what I'm trying to find. I can't remember his name. I'm bad about not paying enough attention because it just shows up, and now it's not showing up. When when you want something, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. It's that kind of.
But it's gonna come to you at 4 a.m.
No, I'm gonna find it. I probably subscribe to him. You might have him on your shit, man. It's. Let me see. What's the last thing he fucking made? I was impressed with.
Now my YouTube algorithm is gonna be filled with blueberries.
Well, for a minute, then it'll go back to bullshit. Skippy, have a nice day. That kind of shit will come
Have
back.
a nice day. I haven't seen him in a while. God, he came off my algorithm.
I haven't seen him in a while. Have a nice day. I wonder what's he doing? He was like, last time I saw, he was searching for shit in his yard with the metal thing.
Oh, no, fuck you. I don't want Bon Jovi. Have a nice day. God, what was his fucking name, dude?
Skippy.
Was it Mr. Skippy?
No, it was King the Beast, Mr. Beast or something.
Not Mr. Beast. That's definitely not true.
Skippy to Abel. Here you go. Here's my guy.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even seen what I can hear it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
My guy right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oil, half a stick of challenge butter, turned fresh cast out pan.
Hold on.
Oil, sear, and flip. Once your crust is formed, add your butter and slightly trimmed herbs, garlic, and bacon. Keep that butter bubbling but not burning.
This is not my guy. This is one of my guys, though. But that's not my guy. I do like him. He's great. But that's not my perfect guy. Oh man.
House her properly, butter paste the steak. 1.5 to 2.
That's my guy, man.
Are you looking for Nick?
Yeah.
Nick D. It's just type in Nick DI.
Nick Giovanni.
Yep, that's him. That's who you're thinking of.
No, it's not him. I like him too, but that's not him.
Or he throws the knife down on his cutting board.
He's good. I like him too, but that's not the same guy. That's not him, man. What the fuck is the guy's name?
Because Nick was one of the final. He was a finalist on MasterChef.
Yeah, I feel like I'm making this very boring by looking this up when we're supposed to be talking about something else.
It's fine.
No, it's not. It's not fine. It's not fine.
It's fine.
I wish there was a live chat feed underneath so somebody could chime in and tell me what I'm looking for. And I don't know why I can't figure out this guy's name. I watch every video he puts up, and
What does he do? Give me an idea of what he does. Like walk me.
He does 60-second videos where he comes in, gives a very quick description. He has his seasonings, goes over the preparation, everything like that at all, and then they eat it. It's very simple, but it's very, very like it's high-end food. The biggest thing I can tell you though is his seasonings are all behind him on the wall, and they're all in those big containers like you would get the Lowry seasoning salt in the clear plastic thing. They're all behind him on this thing, but they're all marked in with like chemical element style labels.
I've never seen that. I don't.
Dude,
Because I was thinking, I was like, maybe I follow that guy, but no, I don't. I don't think I've seen that. I can't help you.
I feel almost like I'm betraying. I mean, I'm like Googling chemical element chef.
Was it on YouTube or TikTok?
Oh, YouTube. I mean,
YouTube. Okay. She's a YouTube chef. There's a chef, John Polite. It's completely just no.
okay.
It's on you, brother. You gotta find it.
He did artichokes. Here you go. This is my guy right here.
Oh, you found him?
Guy right here.
Wait, what's it? Hold on. Pop.
This is my guy right here. Golly, how did I not fucking?
Just stop it. Just stop it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm done.
What's his
It finally hit me that he did like artichokes. He's doing like he went from soups to now he's doing artichokes for 30 days. Artichokes.
This is an artichoke, and we need to
cook named Matt?
He's legit, dude. He's so legit. He's so good. He's beyond good.
So sucks.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
That's
up.
what's up.
So
Hey,
um,
cook.
do this right now. Usually she would steam the whole thing.
so you see behind him, you can't really see it because it's kind of blurry in the video, but no, the dude is so good at what he does. He is a master craftsman, man. I mean, it might all be just for publicity, but I can't. His cooking techniques are way beyond where that could be garbage.
That's so funny to see how all this shit is like looks like TikTok. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, you got to mock it, got to mimic it. That's
Yeah, I mean, I'll just
you see what I'm talking about behind him though,
yeah.
with all those containers are marked with like chemical element symbols. Oh, but you all right? So yeah, he's doing artichoke. See, all right, so yeah, RP for red pepper. You saw that RP.
Yeah. But I don't think anybody that's watching this can see our video. This fucking sharing shit is so stupid. How this works.
I mean, you know, maybe not.
Because you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see the video of yeah what's going on right there of him, you know, cutting the artichoke up, and you know he's going over, you know, how to do this and what's inside of there and what you can't.
Now you're on my screen, right? You're on my home screen.
Yeah, I got the Mars rover sitting up here in front of me.
And that's what sucks.
That's what sucks. But no, that guy's like legitimately like he's I like a dude that can cook. That guy, I like him, and I like that guy, a guy named Matt. A guy named Matt. So they're both very generic in their names. A dude that,
who is Matt? Oh.
but he's such a good cook, man. Like he's not much of a recipe guy. I mean, I guess he tries to convey things pretty quickly, but you know just as well as I do, when you're cooking things that require liquids and seasonings, you gotta give direction. You know, you can't just say, "Here's some water, here's some this, here's some that." You know, you gotta kind of have some measurements. And I don't.
I mean, I think it depends on what you're cooking.
dog, if you're making soup, you need some measurements.
Yes, with soup, that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're making. You know, you're going to need to know really what, you know, how many tablespoons and shit like that, right? But if you're cooking protein, it's subjective, dude. I mean, you just,
I mean, I agree with that. I agree with protein, no doubt.
yeah.
Time and temperature, you know, sometimes I'll have to, you know, how I might have issue with, but for the most part, generally, it's been a while since I went to somebody's house or been around somebody that put out something that I just like, dude, I can't eat that. That sucks. You know, I mean, I have had that. I've had things, I'm not going to bring up names or, you know, where I've been and had food. I'm like, dude, I can't eat that. That's fucking dog food.
When was the last time that you used a meat thermometer?
March 5th,
Oh, specific day.
Marilyn's birthday. Coming off with the Boston butt barbecue pork roast.
Okay.
Best
That's what's
barbecue.
up. That's what's
Barbecue.
up.
Barbecue ever made.
Yeah, I know. I'm jealous. You told me about it. I mean, you said it was literally like that was the best you've ever made in your entire life.
Best I've ever made, best I've ever had. And I mean, it's not even close.
Damn.
So yeah, that was who I was talking to tonight about what do you want to do next in regard of, is this something that you want to pursue, you know, in doing this and you know, so trying to get that off the ground and trying to go through all of get through the red tape and basically the financial aspects of it. I said, I'm fine with it, man. I ain't got no problems with it. Just, you know, that's your recipe. It's the best.
Is it something like you really want to pursue?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Like
fucking, you get there super early, you're working overnight, but then you can just, once y'all sell out, you sell out and you close the doors.
Yeah, done at 3:00 every day.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You know, unless we got to a point where we wanted to stay open longer. And see, that's the problem with a lot of places in this town is that they don't cater to first come, first serve. They cater to just keeping a bunch of shit around. Like the Improper Pig is garbage. That is the garbagest shit I've ever tasted in my entire life. And
I wouldn't say it's garbage.
it is. Well, it's garbage.
I think it's okay.
I don't. How long has that shit been sitting there?
I don't know.
I'm not mad at them for what they're doing. I'm not mad at them, and I don't want to even like. You can edit this out, but
I won't. I don't edit. I don't edit at all. I keep it all in.
But you got 10 fucking sauces sitting on the table to flavor your flavorless barbecue. No,
I will say that is kind of a red flag where it's like you need to provide 10 sauces for your barbecue, and it's like, just give me some fucking apple cider vinegar, I'll be good.
Just be happy with what you're serving.
Right.
Realize that
it's the same as it is a I'm trying to think of the right term for it, but it's the same as like when you have salt on a table, right? And you see someone salt their food before they even eat it, it's disrespectful.
Well, that's Henry Ford, man. You know, that's
what?
So the old saying was that Henry Ford always interviewed during lunch or dinner. That was how he interviewed. And if he saw somebody season their food before they tasted it, they were automatically off limits.
I would agree.
Yeah, that was his.
I hate that. I hate that.
You haven't even tried it. Why are you seasoning it? Why are you salt and pepper on it?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I'm the same way. When I go to Improper Pig, I will eat some of the pork, and if I want some sauce, I'll put it on there. But if I go somewhere else and I see someone fucking get a plate of food and they just start dashing salt on it, I'm like, I can't with you.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It is the truth.
It's a fucking slap in the face. Like, taste it first and then put salt on it if you think the chef didn't do a good enough job.
It's not a slap. It's not a slap in the face. It's not a slap in the face. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. You have to understand that is not a slap in the face because it's the person. They don't know any better. And so,
well, okay, and I will agree to that because then we can go back and say the palate is subjective. Every person has their own taste.
Fridays, like everybody always asks me, is like, why don't you work Fridays and Saturdays? Why don't you not work Fridays and Saturdays? Like, that's when amateurs go out to eat. I don't work Fridays and Saturdays. Don't have to deal with that. Don't have to deal with people that don't go out to eat. That's when the weekend warriors go out and they don't ever go out to eat. They don't know how to go out to eat. Like, I don't want to be waved fucking down because somebody, because somebody dropped something on the floor. Like, pick it up, God damn it. Hey, she dropped that receipt on the floor there. I don't know if y'all need that or not. I don't know if y'all need that. No, we don't. I don't need that. I don't need that at all. Why are you at? And that's just a very random sort of example, but if you can take that for what it's worth in any direction you want to take it, and you can take it all the way to the nth degree of any direction you want to take it, that's the kind of shit that happens on Fridays and Saturday nights. That's why people generally don't like working on Friday and Saturday nights in the restaurant business, because it is literally when the people that don't go out go out. Fortunately for me, over my years, I was able to create my own boundaries, if you will, of like, yeah, you can't come in here because I'm already booked, sort of thing. But I know that's all gone. I know it's all dissuaded into a fact that, and I deal with that now. I deal with that shit now because I've settled into something that I shouldn't have settled into.
But previously you had created, a party of people that would come in on certain days, and they were, I don't know the full details of how they were with you, but from what I could tell, they were decent people. They weren't shitheads, and they fucking loaded up your bar, and you knew what you were going to get on certain nights, right? Is that correct?
That was clockwork, man.
Yeah.
Clockwork. I was already, I started getting the messages start rolling in about 11 o'clock every day. And then if somebody didn't get a hold of me by 3:30 and it was somebody that I really knew that had missed, then I'd get a hold of them and say, hey, look, what's going on? Oh, I forgot this or that. So I did that every day. My phone, the numbers in my phone, there might be 50 friends, 60 friends, 75. I don't know how many friends I got. And those people are friends too. I'm not trying to downplay the relationship because they're all friends too. They're definitely friends. I miss all of them. Shit, there's probably 500 fucking numbers in my phone. People that would,
Yeah, I remember coming up there. If I got there at like 5:20, 5:30, and your phone be blowing up, just people being like, Jimbo. Let me get a spot.
I remember you sitting there. You're like, dude, you've had 6 phone calls in a fucking row. What's going on?
Yeah, no, that was like 6 phone calls in like a minute.
Yeah, on the restaurant line. Not even my personal life.
Yeah, that was insane.
That's what that's what I try to cater towards and what I try to create. And that's the only thing I can do. I was appreciated. I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't. I was appreciated to a certain extent. And then after a certain amount of time, you can't, some things change. Things change. Sometimes you just look at each other like, I never looked at anybody any other way than I always looked at them. I always looked at them and said, "You're lazy. You're sorry. You suck. You're arrogant. You're a bastard. Whatever." I never looked at anybody differently. I like you and get along with you. I'm fine with you. And I'm talking about people I work with. I'm not talking about anybody my customer ones. If you talk shit about my customers, man, I'd fuck you. I'd run your ass out. So I never had any issues with them. But the people I work with, man, after a certain amount of time, it's like, God damn it, man. How much can I fucking do here and still get treated like fucking shit? And we'd all had enough of each other. I'd had enough of them. They had enough of me. It was just time to move on.
Well, what I was gonna say it's because I know that you gave like the best customer service, right? That's why everybody fucking love you. That's why I love you. Well, I mean, you're one of my best friends, so I love you anyway. But I feel like
I never left without everybody that I left there with as far as customer went. I still can look at and consider a friend. Now,
yeah,
there's certain things that you realize it's like, damn, man, I thought I'd hear from Wayne Austin. I thought I'd hear from some of those people, like those people. I thought I'd hear from them. And I've heard from a lot of them. I've heard from most of them, talked to most of them, seen most of them. But there are still some people you're like, damn, dog, really? So, that is what it is. And I didn't mean to drop Wayne's name on line, but that guy was important to me. He meant a lot to me. And,
yeah.
But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was saying, like, being in the service industry, which obviously you're in the service industry, but for me, in the insurance industry, I'm still in the service industry. But it almost feels like sometimes like you give too much great customer service, and then when you're not there to reciprocate when they need something, then they get pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you've dealt with that, right? Like you've always been there for them, but then when you're not there, they get mad.
Well, it got to a point after a certain amount of time, and you remember Cindy.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't, if I were going out of town, going to the beach, she's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not working for you anymore. I know that I would come in, I would make money, but they're not here to see me.
They're here to see you.
Yeah. And she's like, and everybody's bitches, but everybody else would be like, I don't want to work those shifts because no one make money. But then they realize, oh, well, and that's another thing she said. Well, you tell everybody you're going out of town, so we only get half the volume. And the ones that come in are still, they're still like they didn't get the memo that you were going out of town, kind of thing. And I don't know that I'm happy about saying that, because that sounds like I'm kind of tooting my own horn kind of bullshit. I'm not. It's the fucking truth. It's what it was. And so Cindy, who I love and respect, I admire her. She was, and I've told her this to her face directly. I've told her this, and I still talk to her occasionally. We don't talk to her as much as we should, but she was the best bartender there. Cindy was the best. I learned everything I learned, not just from her. There was a girl I learned a lot of stuff from in Sarasota, but Cindy was the one who was able to just fucking chill. Like watching somebody be able to kind of like quicksilver it, like for the movie, and just like stop to speed up. Man, that was her. And so, and she could take every order in the bar, we're not write it down, and just do it. And so her example was so much greater for me in the long run than anybody else I've ever learned from. And she was awesome. She wasn't, she wasn't tits and flash and shit and show. She was fucking, I'm gonna serve you, I'll make you happy, keep you happy. You're not gonna need anything, you're not gonna want for anything, you don't have to ask any questions. She was just really good at it. She was just really,
she was always so nice to Marissa and I.
Really, really good at it, man. She was really so I learned from.
We would come in fucking after school or some shit. It was like 3 o'clock or maybe 4. And Marissa wanted a pepperoni pizza. I wanted a Reuben. We could still smoke in there or smoke.
I remember. I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. I know that.
Yeah. And the fucking ashtrays y'all used to have were shaped like a rotary like the rotary engine. They were like triangles. Dude. I remember all that shit, dude. That was so long ago.
I still have 2 of them.
God, if I smoked, I'd want one.
I still have 2 of them. One was busted on the side, but I still have 2 of them. But no, I mean, yeah, I remember whenever I remember that because I was right there right after that. Obviously I'm 5 years older than you, but I remember meeting you guys, man, whenever y'all were fucking shit. Y'all were old enough to drink. I think Greg would still bring you beers though. Didn't he? Didn't Greg bring you beers?
I don't remember.
I think he did. I think Greg would bring you a beer, like underage, like a cup or some shit. Because you guys were like so. Y'all were everybody. Y'all were, and you still are. You still would be. I don't. But none of those people are there any longer.
Yeah.
So like going into a place like that and being like, damn, there's no Cindy, there's no Greg, there's no Jim, there's no Alexis. I mean, you still got Emma, who still calls Marissa tonsil fuck or whisper. And Marissa's
Twatsicle.
yeah, what the fuck is that? I don't remember that. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I'm sitting at the bar and Emma's like, where's Twatsicle? I'm like looking around like, please don't call my wife that.
Where's the professionalism? Where's the like?
Yeah, no, we don't have to talk about any of that. Well, fuck jury.
I'm not.
We're done. We're done.
I'm not. I'm talking. We're talking about the people that were wonderful there, the people that really made that place what it was, and I hope it's still doing okay. I'm not mad at it. I hope they're doing okay. Like I said,
yeah.
The guy made me mad, but now I feel bad for him because now he's got a bunch of motherfuckers around him that aren't me.
Right. That place is gonna go to shit, dude.
I don't think it's gonna go to shit. It's not gonna go to shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he doesn't have a guy around like me. And I wasn't just the guy that would bartend. I'd do maintenance work and help him do shit and do that. Bring him off the ledge when he had bad days. That was more what I enjoy doing more than anything was the fact that I could say, hey, dude, relax, chill out, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Even though he'd fucking scream at me for nothing. He'd scream at me for no fucking reason. I'd have to look at him like, goddamn, shut the fuck up, man. but he'll tell you a different story. They have a narrative they have to push. They lost Lex and Jim in a matter of 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's a huge fucking blow to them, dude.
I don't know what the narrative is that they push or what they say about us, but you can't just say, oh, it was just a mutual moving on. I don't know what it is, man. But like I said, I'm at them. Hope them the best. Wish them the best. But yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, absolutely wish them the best. I mean, it's a great restaurant. I mean, good food. Obviously, I've been eating there for years. I just kind of felt like y'all got done dirty a little bit, and I'm just like, it put a sour taste in my mouth. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll go there anymore. I was going to ask you, because I probably need to wrap up here in just a bit. Let me see. I was going to ask, what is your, is there a new band you've been listening to? Anything like new you found out about? Is that Colors too? Oh man.
I haven't popped it yet. I need to.
Dude.
So
are you in a place right now where you can play it?
I'm going to play it after I get off with you.
Okay.
Then we'll go into our regular conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this is what's on deck. What I have been listening to, I bought I bought the new Red Hot Chili Peppers record. I fucking really dig it. I think it's really, really
Wait,
good.
they have a new album?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's it called?
Give me 2 seconds.
I mean, I'm an idiot. I can just fucking look it up right now.
Here you go. What's it say?
Unlimited Love?
Unlimited Love. All right, so side 1's good. Side 2's good. And then side 3 fucking thumps, man. Like I haven't taken it off side 3.
Holy shit, there's a lot of songs on here.
16 or 18.
17. Hour and 13 minutes.
It's a fantastic record. John Frusciante's back. And you know, when you get Frusciante, man, you're getting the top 10, 15 guitar songwriters.
You're getting that top brass, baby. You're getting that high echelon.
So side C, which would be side 3, and not to knock side 1 and side 2. Side 1 and side 2 are great. But side 3, which would be side C, like the second album top side, man, it is like there's funk, there's metal, almost metal, like some crunchy riffs, funk to some groove to some rock and roll. It's fantastic.
Ooh, a little bit of ladies and gents there with some metal.
It's great, dude. I really dug it. I bought this on Tuesday. Been trying to get this on vinyl forever. Can't find it. Nobody.
Why can't you find it?
It's just the productions is, everybody's behind on production. So I got this. I was going to listen to this today in the car, but
Well, you've heard it though, right?
Yeah, part of it, not all of it. I didn't want to listen to it through my headphones. I wanted the experience, so I didn't want to be jaded by that. Like 1111 Pine Grove. Like I was like, all right, I'll listen to 2 songs. I'll listen to
Be
2
Still
songs.
My Heart.
I'll listen to 2 songs here, but I'm not going to listen to this shit on this sort of frequency. I need this frequency. I need that. I need all of it. I need to hear every piece of noise. I don't need to hear this jumbled up, compressed fucking noise. So we get that. Well, then we got Kirk Weinstein coming down a little later. We're going to jam to this at some point. It's been hard to listen to Kirk Weinstein because he's just, I love Kirk, but it's just been busy. And then we got this one, the new one. This one's been out or just came out. It.
Yeah. Little Meshuggah.
Yeah, I really like the first couple songs off of that I heard off of
which Meshuggah is Meshuggah are the grandfathers of Gent. That's pretty much where it came from.
Coolio.
Oh, Coolio? That's what's up.
Yeah. Band of Horses record.
Okay.
A couple other things here that probably won't. Well, anybody that listens to metal, that listens to fucking hardcore metal, this band right here, listen to this. Check this out. You'll fucking dig this. This is
Vein FM.
Well, they started out as Vein, and they've now moved on to Vein FM for whatever reason. But this is disgusting. So new thing, Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's it. New stuff. Yeah, I got some new stuff to listen to, and got a little time to put it in to listen to it. Actually,
I think with each episode we should always wrap up with your new record hauls. I think that'd be fun.
I mean, we can do that every day. Do that all day.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. Anything else to add, Jimbo?
Yeah, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. One thing I meant to say something. I don't remember what it was though. So, what was Final Jeopardy tonight?
Oh fuck!
That I don't think it was what it was, but I want to know what that was.
Yeah, and that might be something we need to do every time because I know that we always did that before. I just literally can't remember what it was. Hold on. I know I didn't get it right. Um, let's see here. You still there? Okay, there you
Popped out.
go. So the final Jeopardy category was musical inspirations. And it says Tuileries and the Great Gate of Kiev were two of the artworks that inspired this classical work completed in 1874.
Do what? Two.
I know, right? So it says, so it's Tuileries. So Tuileries and the Great Gate of Kiev, which is now pronounced Kiev, were two of the artworks that inspired this classical work completed in 1874.
Artwork.
Wait, what's today? Friday? Yeah, okay, that's the right one.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, I just had no recollection because I think I just zoned out on this and was like, I don't fucking know this.
So the first fucking thing that pops to my mind is Peter and the Wolf. Just because of Russia. Obviously, that's not right.
Do you have another question?
All right, artwork. The artwork is what's getting me.
Yeah, so it's inspired this classical. No, yeah, were two of the artworks that inspired this classical work completed in 1874.
Musicals.
The category,
Inspiration.
yeah, musical inspiration.
Musical inspiration.
Mhm.
Completed in 1874. Musical inspiration completed in 1874. Russian stuff.
Mhm.
Social Soviet stuff. 1874. Gate and okay. If I knew what the Russian word was, that was. You said it was a gate. I know I'm running out of time. I gotta go quick. I gotta read this real quick. I got
Yeah.
like three.
Tuileries and the Gate of Kiev were two of the artworks that inspired this classical work completed in 1874. So
The screen.
obviously,
The screen.
no.
Okay.
Do you want the answer?
Yes.
What is pictures at an exhibition? Never heard of it in my fucking life. Someone on the Reddit post said, checking this post every day reminds me of checking grades in college.
Did Mattea get it right?
Let me see.
I'm assuming she's still on the show.
Yep, she was the only one who was correct, and she added 5,001. So she's a 19-day total of $460,184.
Tell me the name of that piece of artwork again.
Let's see here. It was something of an exhibition. I can't get back to it. Stupid. This Reddit app sucks balls.
That'll show up.
Pictures at an exhibition. You know what's crazy? Mattea has moved into sixth place in all-time wins in regular games.
I was telling Lex the other night, I was like, so we got Matt, Amy, Mattea, and the guy John that beat Matt.
Mm-hmm.
We're on for a major Like,
Dude, the fucking TOC. I'm telling you this year. I'm like gonna throw like a Super Bowl party for all this. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm come over. Like, we'll make some, I'll grill out. Like, I don't know what day. Like, do we do the final day? Like,
I mean,
it's just
dude,
gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane, dude.
sleeping bags will be ready to get up the next morning and be like,
like, sorry, dude. I got too drunk at the TOC party. I had to stay over at my friend's house.
who's over? Oh no, actually what we did was we rented cots and we were all sleeping in the living room and shit like that right there. And yeah, we all got up
We're all in
early
fucking sleeping bags in the living room watching Jeopardy.
watching. Well, at that point we're drinking and shit and hanging out, but yeah, that's it. It's like TOC, 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, you don't fuck around with the TOC, baby.
I mean, with the quality of what's going on with the product with those guys,
Mhm.
who's gonna win? Like I would have told you 1,000 times over. It was like Matt Miodio,
Matameo or
nah,
Matt,
Mata-
Mata,
Madio.
yeah, Matamadio. Is that it?
I would have been like, yeah, good luck beating
But
him.
then, here comes Amy.
Amy Schumer, really?
Well, I don't think it's Schumer,
Yeah, Amy Schumer.
but she is fucking incredible. I think.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's Amy Schumer's an actress. Oh,
Yeah, Amy
shit.
Schumer's like the
Amy,
actor.
not her. Amy,
Yeah, that's why I said it's not Amy Schumer. But then you have Matea coming in,
I'm old.
and I think the forefront people are it's Matt and Amy and Matea as of right now. But I was reading something today that the between the three of them, Amy has the least amount of incorrect answers. No, I mean, you can take it with a grain of salt,
Right.
because a lot of times you don't answer because you're like, fuck, I don't know this. So, but in the times that she buzzed in, as well as the rest of them, she has the least amount of incorrect answers. So, dude, it's gonna be fucking TOC. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I mean, all right. So watching Matamodio lose, you remember that? I remember it. Not thinking it was going to happen. Watching Amy lose, you remember it because you're like, what just happened? What just happened?
You feel like a pit in your stomach. You're like,
Yeah. What the fuck happened?
And the past 3 games with Matea, I don't know if you've seen them at all, but the past 3 games have been like my dad and I texting each other like, oh my God. And she somehow squeaks it out. So
I saw the one, was it yesterday where she won by $1?
yeah.
Okay, so I was here, I was fixing to leave and where was I? I was fixing to go somewhere. We were fixing to go eat dinner or something. And yeah, it was yesterday. We're fixing to go to eat dinner. I was like, let's watch this last question. And it was a question that I didn't know the answer to, I don't think. No, I actually got it right. It was Yates. I got that one right.
Yes, you fucking asshole. You did get that right.
No, the only reason I got it right was because it was a crossword clue like 3 or 4 days before. I would have never in my entire life ever gotten that. Ever in my life ever gotten that. Because I'm sitting here going, oh, Henry, 1947.
You start pulling shit from your mind. That's how Jeopardy works, dude. You just
And it wasn't like I was sincere or sure. I was like, maybe that's Yates from the crossword clue. Then I saw Keats, like, God damn it, I didn't get it fucking right. Fuck it. Walked away.
But that one girl fucked up when she said Keats. She meant to do Yates.
Yeah. I actually got that one right, but I wasn't gonna go parading around saying I got it fucking right, man.
Well, I'll tell you this: Marissa still thinks you cheat.
She can think that all she wants to. It's totally fine, and I have no problem. I have no problem
Yeah,
Tell
no. I mean, I know since you're one of my best. Oh God, Jimbo. I think his phone died. All right. Well, or his iPad died, I think. He said, my iPad died. I promise I don't cheat. And I know he doesn't. He's one of my best friends, and I know he would never cheat at Jeopardy. So that's gonna do it for this is another podcast I'm doing. Me and Jimbo. It's called That's What's Ups. We just shoot the shit and talk about life and everything. So, or should I say life, the universe, and everything. Thank you, Douglas Adams. But yeah, that's it. So we'll wrap this up. I mean, all you can say is that's what's up.